Hi, my name is John Ninan. My student number is 218-108-522, and today's date is the 29th of March, 2022. Today I'll be talking about the concept of inheritance. It's an incredibly important concept in programming and in software engineering. Today I'll be going over what exactly inheritance is, how you can implement it, and why it's important and why it's useful. So, although the concept of inheritance might seem unfamiliar and daunting at first, it's actually pretty based in logic. And so, let's first look at an example that has nothing to do with software engineering or programming. Let's look at this example with two cats. So, we have two cats, Billy and Sally. They're both cats, but they're a bit different. Billy has brown eyes, Sally has blue eyes. And Billy's ears are the same length, but Sally has one ear that's a bit shorter. So, let's say these two cats have a kitten. Now, like Billy and Sally, this kitten is a cat, but it also inherited Billy's ears and Sally's eyes. However, it's a bit different in that instead of having 6 whiskers like its parents, it has 3 whiskers. So it has inherited features from its parents, but it also has some of its own things going on. And this is the basic concept of inheritance, where you have parent classes such as Billy and Sally that and then you have descendant classes such as the kitten, and essentially the descendant classes inherit all of the methods and the attributes from the parent class and then add on to it whatever one would like to add. So to further illustrate this point, let's look at another example. So in this example, we have 4 classes: shape, circle, rectangle, and triangle. Shape has 2 methods called area and perimeter, and they have 2 attributes called length and width. Circle has a method called radius, rectangle has a method called half length, and triangle has a method called hypotenuse. So, let's say that circle is a descendant of shape, rectangle is a descendant of shape, and triangle is also a descendant of shape. What does this mean exactly? In the context of inheritance, it means that all the methods and attributes of shape, area, perimeter, length, width, get passed on to the child classes, such as triangle, rectangle, and circle. These are all children of the shape class. So this means that you don't need to redeclare the methods and recreate the methods and redeclare the attributes, area, perimeter, length, width for each one of these individual classes. You can just, through the use of inheritance, use the previously defined methods and attributes and then add on to them. For example, in circle, we have the addition of radius. In triangle, we have the addition of hypotenuse. So you may be thinking, that's all well and good, but what is the point and the benefits of implementing inheritance? So the number one benefit is less work. Instead of rewriting all of the methods and redeclaring all of the attributes, you can simply just use inheritance and just refer to the already created ones declared in this example, declared in the class of shape. That's the number one benefit. In this specific example, maybe there's not that many methods. However, if you get further along in Java programming or in object-oriented programming, you'll maybe have sometimes tens of hundreds of methods, for example, and trying to replicate that for each specific descendant class is incredibly time intensive and work intensive. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit is less errors. Due to having to write less code, there's less chance of a missed semicolon or something that might be missing. Like instead of using the double equals, you use a single equals, and now your code's messed up and you don't know why. This kind of avoids that whole issue by simply reusing code that you've already written. And lastly, it's less redundancy and less space used. In a small example like this, maybe it's not as relevant. However, again, in industry, often you're using hundreds of methods, maybe thousands of methods, for example. And when that occurs, user memory is very important to think about. So in this way, you use less user memory and less memory is taken up by redundant code. So that was a brief introduction into inheritance. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.